which quarterback taken between Cam and Shador, or even after, I'll give you the floor. Which one do you think is? We already mentioned about Dart. I don't think he's starting. I just don't think he's going to start this year. And if the Giants had their druthers, they'd have a successful season with one of the two backups, and Dart would watch or look, or maybe wet his beak a little bit, like Patrick Mahomes did at the end of his first year. So I guess from Shuck to McCord or even Ewers, tell me who you like in the mix that we have right there.
Yeah, so real quick, so I'll go from top to bottom. Obviously, Cam Ward's going to start. It looks like they're going to follow the Joe Burrow model and kind of what they do with Cincinnati and a lot of ball distribution, and I think that's a good situation. I agree Jackson Dart shouldn't start. I mean, he's, I don't know if you saw the Gruden clip. He doesn't even know how to use a cadence. They did the clap cadence. It was great with Coach Gruden when he was like, give me your cadence, and he clapped. He's like, seriously? He's like, this is all we do. So, there's a lot of, while super talented, there's a lot of stuff he's going to have to learn. I think Tyler Shuck's going to play just because, you hear the stories of Derek Carr, and I think that was part of the reason why they liked Tyler Shuck is we need an adult in the room in a way. Obviously, his age is a big part of that conversation. And so if Derek Carr can't play, you feel somewhat comfortable with Tyler Shuck. I don't think Milroe plays, but I loved this pick for Seattle. For me, he was a guy that if you just believed in development and you believe in that young man's work ethic and his character, and you just give him time to work on because he's still so just scratching the development phase moving forward. I honestly, if I was Cleveland, and this is a little bit easy because my job's not on the line type of thing, I think the world of Kevin Stefanski. But if I was Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry, and I had a pretty good feeling that we're going to be here for those 2 first-round picks of next year that they have to maybe decide the quarterback situation, I would be hard-pressed to not start Dylan Gabriel, Shador Sanders. I want to play one of those guys. Maybe I play both of them over the course of the season. Let's see if we struck gold with one. Let's see if we got lucky with one and we found a rookie year Dak Prescott type of player. So I think they're both in good situations, but I think we'll see a decent amount of rookie quarterbacks play this year.
Right. Okay. And then, the rest of them, if you wouldn't mind, Mike Hoskins, popping that back up on the screen, those quarterbacks. McCord and Howard, those are two guys that we've been talking quite a bit a lot. Will Howard sits there too. I mean, McCord is, I guess, in the Tanner McKee spot to try and compete there behind Jalen Hurts. Will Howard, I mean, you look at the Steelers and you're thinking, obviously, they've got to be thinking, and we had Tomlin on Saturday on NFL Network. He basically said we're expecting him to come. I dare not to put words in his mouth, but the rest of the guys are definitely going to be there and hopefully sticking with the team and developing. But what about Howard there in Pittsburgh, do you think?
Yeah. Will Howard, first of all, it starts with Aaron, right? Everyone knows that. If Aaron's going to be there, Aaron's going to be starting quarterback. If for some reason Aaron's not going to be there, then it's really Will Howard and Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph's one of the better backups in the NFL. So everyone that you talk to about Will Howard loved the guy, loved the way that his teammates loved him. He obviously got hot at the end of the season. He's a big athletic dude with a big arm that can, you got good perimeter pieces. I think of obviously the Jeremiah Smith connection that he had as the playoff went on, and DK Metcalf and George Pickens. So he's a little bit, I want to use the phrase like afterthought right now, because the focus in Pittsburgh from both, I would imagine, internally and externally is Aaron Rodgers, but there's still the chance that he doesn't go until he actually goes there. So if he doesn't go, I think Will Howard probably becomes a little bit more of the conversation. If Aaron goes there, he's probably the guy that you're looking at to the future and as your number 3 quarterback right now.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.